and define side control for what it is. It's a transition station to accumulate your points off the guard pass. It's a position used to put your pass to get on a transition upgrade or a selection. The last thing I'm going to say is that if you're in a points tournament, you pass the guard and there's 30 seconds left, you're going to hold the position. No, you're not upgrading. So it's one of those positions that has multiple uses. There's multiple factors about why we do side control. There's various side control positions. What we're going to do is cover a lot of fundamental stuff on this tonight. And that'll build the template pages. Chest to chest, switch face forward, switch face reverse. 3 majors. Chest to chest, hands under, hands over. So there's multiple variations of this. Long base, short base. Switch base forward. Multiple uses. Keskatami. But judo keskatami. There's a few different positions on that as well. Switch base reverse. General design is my hand 90% of the time will be over. If my hand's under, I don't have a positive drive towards me. Yeah. So this one is designed predominantly for upgrades. It's easy for me to go to knee right and mount. This is designed as attack. I get access to the throat, the hands, etc. This is generally designed as a cooking or a holding. So they're the 3 majors on the side control. What we're going to do today is going to have a look at the transitions and why I will flow from one to another. So why I flow from one to another. The traditional one, chest to chest. Sean's got his hands on the inside, he's doing good jiu-jitsu from here. As Sean starts to get the frame to push me away, if I try and fight it, I give him the opportunity to go to what's called an underhook. He swings his hand under, turns belly down, comes up behind me and has the option to take my back. It's not quite that easy, but that's the general gist of it. So we're going to have a quick look at that so everyone understands what our roll from here is and what we're going to do from the top. So if you think about it this way, frames on the inside, if you push me with your hands, you push me back onto your hips, it's harder to move your hips. If you raise your elbow up, I'm going to come straight back down. So you drive your elbow into me. That creates a window of opportunity. You swing your hand down low and you want to keep your elbow higher than your thumb. Why? Okay. If he goes low, I can overhook. Where if his elbow is high, so you're going to go the other way. So like we're doing Mr. Roboto. Yeah. That way. So frames into me, pushes, under, and Mr. Roboto. So what I try to throw my elbow over his head, grabs my belt, comes up on top. Once we're here, we can cook, we're in a good position to start to attack. Swap positions, please. Turn my feet, turn my knees so my hips slightly raised. Turn my feet, turn my knees so my hips slightly raised. This way I have a space behind me. If I'm dead flat, it's very hard for me to generate any power because I'm locked into position. So I create a little space. Okay, what I'm doing is I do small drive, elbow, I'm taking him over. Here, this is the part that I see everyone making mistake. If I go now, I'm holding him onto me, his weight's on his knees, it's very hard to move him. If I throw my elbow, I come up. So this gives me the opportunities to start to come out. So one more time. We're here. Move my feet, move my knees. Take Sean's weight off me. Continue with my elbow. Push. Frame, underhook. Back stroke. Okay. If he grabs his arm, I can't pop out. So what I'll do, I'm going to retract my arm, come out the back. I want this. 2 hands in the lapel. So can you sit up, please?
Can I? Let me then.
2 hands in the lapel. Okay. So it's a nice control position, puts tension onto his neck. It's better than going like this because there's no tension on his neck. You can pop up, roll, etc. Once I'm here, I keep the tension. It's all his weight's onto his hands. This makes it easier for me to start to go to my control positions. Notice, he still doesn't get access to my elbows or anything. It's very hard for him to move. It's called an old school judo back control. Who would like to see that one more time? Okay. Right now, I don't have the space because Sean's weight's predominantly on top of me. So if I try to use my elbow, there's a lot of weight onto my elbow. I find it hard to move. I turn. Elbow, retract. Come under. Back stroke. Take his weight over me. Come up. 1, 2. Pull my hands in. I put the tension onto his neck so it's harder for him to move. Cool. And also set up quite a few of my chokes. 1, 2, 3. That's that control. That's good. Old school judo, yeah.
He doesn't give you who's the guy here who does?
That's ridiculous.
You go under and give him 6 minutes.
Still, only takes a couple, but sorry. I want to make sure that when I'm doing this, right, everyone kind of gets the technique right. You don't have to be spot on because we'll be capitalising stuff during the month. Okay. So this is the first transition for me. I have the side control from here. First things first, I feel so I want to grab hold of the bottom arm, fingers on the outside. So I'm grabbing, fingers on the outside. But I'm not trying to pick it up, I'm trying to cup the arm. He's putting the weight on it, and I want to put my weight on it. So we're here, as he raises, I'm here. He goes underhook on me, boom. I switch, and I go to my first position. If you notice, I'm trying to close the space up so that I've caught the head to my leg, so there's no space. I don't want it here where there's space for him to move. So first of all, I want to get it nice and dead. Secondly, is this, your weight distribution is king. Anytime my head touches this side of the body, I'm going to get rolled. Anytime my feet come in from the shoulders, he sits up. I need to have a post. I need to have my head on this side from here. Does that make sense? So again, the key factor on this is, I've got my side control, is I'll grab this. I'll wait as it goes underhook, I'll grab the head. Now watch, put all my weight onto my elbow, which makes my leg light. My weight's on my elbow, my weight's on my toes. Slide it, come off center, roll him slightly towards me, and here a little bit, so I'm heavy. He's going to move a little bit, so I've got to make sure that I'm taking the space away from him. When I'm ready, right, when I'm ready, we'll let it go. He's going to turn up behind my back, roll me over. Just so he understands how to move as well. So the way that we move is, once I'm here, right, is think about it this way. If Sean's going to turn belly down, but he's going to walk his feet away. See how he kind of rolls up behind me? So instead of trying to lift me over his head, because there's no way he can lift a 70 kilo over, he's got a bad heart, and we don't want to do that to him.
Keep talking, please.
Thank you. So once we're here, so once we're here, I'll let it go. The key factor is I don't have a post that side. So if you want to, you can use this hand here to grab, to push, and this hand, so that's pushing me as it comes up. So he's going to end up in like on his knees on the side control from here. And you can upgrade to his arm bars to each other. So those of you that are familiar with that position, if you want to upgrade into his submission from there, you're most welcome. Side control again, elbows on the inside. So for me, number one is this, grab it. It goes underhook, grab the head, put all my weight onto my elbow, so I can kick my leg through. Sit from here. 1, 2, 3, let it go. Is everyone okay to practice that? Once again, who would like to sit at this on the side? Just keep practice my left hand to slow me down straight away. Now keep practice my left hand. Right, pass and pull. As I'm getting pushed, I'll grab some scooping from here. I can't stop the underhook, so I'm going to use it. Post, elbow, all my weight on my elbow, and I've caught his head. Does that make sense? Switch my leg through. And what I'm doing from here is I turn him this way to stop him from rolling me over. So there's a little bit of transition. He can't turn towards me anymore because I've got the arm elevated. So if he tries to turn towards me, I just got the arm. So this is quite a good position for me. I let it go. He turns over. Now he's going to push me over, down, and from here, he's just going to have a look at like an attack or a submission or hold the position from here, whatever he wants to do. I'd like you guys to grab someone your own size. The timer's going to go on for 5 minutes. Do it once or twice each and swap over. 1, 2, 3. Okay. First thing, control the arm. Got it? I want it on the bottom from here. I step through, grab the head, step. You don't see it, I just took the wind out of him, I'm very sorry, okay? So in their position from here. The downfall about this is my head position is always compromised on this throw. So I need to make sure I'm switching in here. Swing my arm through the middle, push it, and arm bar. And again. Slow motion. Lift it up. Number 1, control. Number 2, make sure my shoulder makes contact, it's not my elbow. My shoulder. Turn, sit, drag, switch it. My head's in, swing my arm through. I always like to put my fist down, and that way if he tries to re-swing his arm to rescue, where my hand's here, yeah, right? So it's such a smart that. When that comes over, hold the head. Now, the key factor, I'm going to loosen this up a little bit. The key factor is, I see a lot of people put emphasis on taking the leg down. The downfall about it is which face? Yes. So for me, for you guys, I separate the head. Now, brace. If he tries to sit up now, I'm not cranking his neck, but I'm stretching it out so there's no way he can come in. Knee goes down, knee goes up, knee goes down, knee goes up. You're going to have a couple times where they're going to turn their thumb down and they're going to get to that position. If they do that, squeeze your knees together, extend, you get the submission anyway. So one more time. Here. 1, 2. Lean. Kick it. Boom. Head. Swim. Fist down. Not fist up, fist down. 1, 2. Squeeze. If I'm having trouble doing this, right, for whatever reason is, I squeeze my knees and I start just to roll belly down. Some of you guys are not going to get the armbar, but some of you guys won't get the armbar. I will come back and address it later. The armbar is quite a complicated little armbar. It looks easy. The biggest thing is squeeze your knees and you've got to put one knee in front of the other to get the fulcrum on the arm. If your knees are open, there's a lot of place to squeeze your knees together. Okay, one knee goes forward, one knee goes backwards, put the fulcrum onto the arm, and that's how it works. Okay. So on your own size, 1, 2, 3. Yes. On your neck. When I first started BJJ, it would have changed my game immensely. The downfall about it is, once again, is you've got to kind of do the groundwork. You've got to learn how to crawl before you walk, before you run, etc. So this, to me, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that it's an entry level that we need to know. But we need to do add-ons to it as we constantly grow and change. Sean, can I have you on top of side control, please? So I got to get everyone on that side. It's easy. I have my frames in. Now, his job, he's got 3 jobs. Either hold me, upgrade, or submit me. If I made it simple, is his job is to take space away. My job is to create space. If I don't have any space, I can't move. For him to be able to upgrade and to submit me, he needs to have space as well to be able to move. So there's a bit of a compromise between both. This is the most common thing that I see. We're going to drill it out incorrectly first of all, so everyone can relate to it, then we're going to fix it. I bring my feet in nice and tight. I engage my hips. I bridge 45 degrees towards my partner. I don't push with my hands. I load him up onto my elbows. A lot of details. I bring my feet in. I turn my knees slightly so there's a space behind my hips. I've got a space to work. I bridge. At the pinnacle of the bridge, I drive my elbows. I bring my knee to start to rescue. This is the most common side control escape that we're going to deal with. My frames are on the hip and on the shoulders. My knee is in nice and tight. And again. So from here, if I bridge long feet, I can't get anywhere. If I bridge my feet straight up, it goes straight up, comes straight down. Move my feet, turn my knees. At the pinnacle of my bridge, I push my elbows to push them over me. That allows me to get my space to to rescue my guard. But every time I push with my hands, I'm pushing back onto my hips and my legs. So the biggest fight I see is people do all this fight, and they go up, go forward. And now I'm pushing down to the same space, but I'm trying to get my legs in. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to load him up onto my elbows and my forearms. Push my elbows and my forearms to take space. That's what I do. Does that kind of make sense? One more time. Then we go, so don't do any harder, don't do any faster than this. Shoulder and hip to make the legs in the human body come up. So my hips are as a clock together. As I lift and my hips are over my shoulder. Not up in the air, so my hips are over my shoulder. My elbows come into play, typically at the top. I push with my right hand, I bring my knees to my chest, I swing forward. Once I'm through, my hands tight, to recover, take space. I'm not trying to use his hand here, using an arm bar here. This isn't a real arm bar, it only happens in practice, or really rarely. Who's been caught with this arm bar? So, you know, the chance of it happening, either none of you guys know how to do the arm bar, or you're very good at defending the arm bar. Either way. So, turn my feet, turn my knees, engage. Raise my hips nice and slow, take them over my shoulders, forearms, 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 pushing my right hand, bring my knees in, swing, reframe, push. Why am I pushing the bottom shoulder, not the top shoulder? Keeping the monkey behind the glass. Right? If I push the top shoulder, he's going to turn me over, he's going to pass my guard again. Does that make sense? Someone on the inside, 1, 2, 3.
You know, you go, and then you'll lead from there. So your hips will go up, and that's it. Then you just drop your hips away and your arms stay there. Bottom knee, that's it. Both hands go to that shoulder. Double up, straighten the range. Yeah, if I'm stupid enough, that's really good. But
Come through.
you want to stop.
The issue is, what do you do from there? What do you do from there? And hoping that they make a mistake isn't a real good option. No, hoping they fall over, hoping they don't, do anything bad. So even though that's the first major side control escape that we learn, it's also one of the worst ones. And I'm going to explain why. So Sean's onto his back. So we're here. I explain, we're going to go nice and slow. He's got his frames on the inside, turns his feet, engages his knees, boom, comes through, puts the knee through, boom, drop my hip, switch, 3 points, guard pass. Damn it. Okay, well, my coach said do a hip escape and rescue. I do a hip escape, boom, comes through, boom, block it out, 3 points, guard pass. And this really shit thing that happens, like you're so close. Who said that happened a few times where, you can put your hands up, it's okay. Honesty is the best policy, right? So this is one of the most common things that happens in jiu-jitsu. Swap positions. And have a look at it. So I'm going to do exactly the same thing. The downfall about it is I don't have a game plan from there. Putting my knees through and trying to rescue, but all these weights onto my knee, and I have a lot of issue with this. So I turn my feet, engage from here, take him over me, knee comes through, push. Now, I know it's going to switch, so what do I do with this hand? As he switches, underneath. Now, this is the game. I don't know if you noticed, I've kept my right arm underneath Sean. So he's going to swing backwards to try and get it. We're going to break this down into about 7,500 parts. Chop it up. So we're going to drill this out. Watch carefully. From here, I'm going to wait as he does the move. Boom, boom, boom. From here, brings the knee through. Post. Put all my weight onto my hand. Lift my hip. Slide it over. Pick up the arm. Come back. Reset. He reframes. Boom, boom. Second time. As I post, he swims. As I come through, yeah, we're now in the position. So we're going to go 1, he gets to practice the guard pass. 2, Sean gets to practice the underhook. and recycle. And again, so it's 2 parts, 2 even parts, 2 different outcomes. Turns his knees, bridges, first one, post the knee so it can't come through. That means I have to have a post on this side. Switch my hip, come through, pick up the arm, I'm winning, I feel great. Back in, this time, pushes up, boom, as I post, he swims, pop. And you're gonna have this, course it's done in my real time, you're gonna have a lot of different outcomes from here. As long as you keep that arm underneath me. Your right arm must stay underneath your opponent. Right, 10 times they're going to go, I'm going to rescue you. Sure, just keeps coming up on top. There you go. What a great outcome from being underneath side control to being on top of me. Right. So I want you guys to practice. The first one, they get to pass your guard. The second one, you've got to go underhook hunting, keeping that elbow tucked underneath your partner. Something outside, consolidation and the attacks. And what it'll do is this is going to open up a little bit of Pandora's box as far as where we're going to. And it's the evolution of the side control. Nick, don't grab you onto your back, please. When I coach the kids, I call this forklift side control. Forklift side control, so both hands are under, forklift side control. The beauty about the forklift side control, he can't under the station. He can't turn towards me. Right, doubtful about it, both my hands are committed under my partner. So this is one of those side controls that for me, it's a far better side control for domination of my partner, but it's not so good to attack yet. So from here, 1, 2, 3. I'll make sure that if my head's facing my partner, he can frame off his arm and push it up to create space. He can't rescue the guard. My hand's blocked it out, or it's very hard for him to rescue the guard. So what I like to do from here is have my head facing this way. So my weight's going on the elbow. So as he tries to lift me up, my thumb goes in, the back behind the spine. Okay. I walk slowly to north-south, do my hand over, and forearm choke. Right. His hands are committed to push me away. There's nothing protecting the net. 1, 2, 3. And I'm trying to turn him over. That will allow my hand to come over from here. I slide backwards, my elbow goes down, it's a forearm choke. Right. Stage 1. You cannot move from stage 1 to stage 2 unless you can do stage 1. You cannot move from stage 1 until you can do that. Stage 2. Forklift. My right hand swings 4 fingers to the back of the gi. So if you sit up, 4 fingers to the back of the gi. Forklift, 4 fingers swings to the back of the gi. Step over, thumb comes in, step back. Paper cut and choke. He can't move. I've got his shoulder pinned with this. The arm's fully isolated, shoulder. Yeah. Doubtful is I don't want this fight here because he knows he's going to get the choke. So as I step over, it gets me access to put it in. Step back, come down, paper cut and choke. His right arm is out of the equation because I've got it pinned. As he pushes up with his left hand, I simply just roll onto the throat to put the choke on. Colin, go to you please, sir. Thank you, Nick. So the thing about this side control is I find this a really aggressive side control as far as nullifying the escapes. He can't hip escape towards me, he can't underhook escape. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if he tries to hip escape or rescue, I've got a nice control. When I'm ready, here, kick it long, and forearm choke. If he puts his chin down, wings go light, put a windscreen wiper. I think he's got the windscreen wiper. So he starts a windscreen wiper to get the choke. It's the blade of my arm from here. Number 2, for those who that are a bit more advanced. Once again, you can't go to number 2 until you've done the number 1. From here, forking. Turn my head. My right hand goes 4 fingers, and legs, and my 4 fingers are stopping in the back of the collar. This means I've got attachment to him. I step around, my thumb comes in. I've blocked out this arm, so his right arm is the arm he needs to defend. It's got hold of my wrist. Come back. Really hard to defend. Turn, drop all my weight down, and choke from here. I've got the arm pinned in. It's super hard for him to defend it. Once again, I'm using the blade of my arm, so my elbow's going down this way. It's not that way. It's the blade of my arm, and squeeze it in. One more time. Forky side control. 1. I like thumbing. I'm going to explain why in a second. 2. Turn. Forky. Then going to try and push me away, so I should try this way. Thank you. And attack the throat. Because they're pushing me away, they leave their neck vulnerable. Does that make sense? Why don't I try and lasso it? Grab someone outside. Why do I let go of the collar? Why don't I try and lasso it around the head? What? Yeah, a little bit. Maybe. Action, reaction. Look at this. Hands in. 1, 2, grab it. Come here. So I'm trying to bring it around. He goes, I'll put my head down. Thank you. As soon as he puts his head on the ground to stop the choke, I let it go and come over. He exposes his neck. Slow motion, look. My thumb's in here. I'm here. And I'm trying to bring it around. So first thing he's going to do is, he wants to bring his head around. What's he going to do with his head? Smash it onto the ground. What's happened to his neck?
Open.
Bop. He's going to, and if he lets me lasso the head, I'll take it. But I guarantee anyone that's been forearm choked more than 600 times isn't going to let you bring that arm around the head. Does that make sense? So, we're here, my thumb's in, I'm like wicked. Coach Adam taught me this forearm choke, man, pull it out. Lay on his arm so he can't bring the arms in. Forearm choke. Andrew's tough and it still hurts a lot, so it's just one of those really fast chokes. Okay, so. Do I grab? I don't. You can. If you wanted to, if you want to get better control, but I don't grab that leg, I grab that leg. Yeah. Issue. He now has a frame and a space to move. So he can now hip escape because his back's, right? Got it. So I can, and sometimes I will to upgrade to knee on belly. And that knee on belly is nasty, so I will to upgrade to knee on belly. But for the purpose of control, I don't. Okay, this is the next one. Some of you guys are going to get this, some of you guys aren't going to get this. It's called kick him in the face. Apologise to your partner first. Sorry, Andrew. Thank you. Thumb goes in. Grab under. Head here. Andrew is very strong. He starts pushing my head away. Man. Step over and choke my partner. Yeah. So this is one of those ones, just I'm going with him. He's stronger than me. I'm just going to choke him. The concept on this is that my heel must make contact with my hand. Pushing me away. My heel must make contact with my hand, with my wrist. I do have hold of the gi pants now to stop him from moving. What you're going to find is that if I don't pin his hips, if my hips too high, he's going to roll me over. So I'm walking around, I'm not walking over my partner, because if I lift up, he'll push me. I'm bringing my leg around so my base is spread over my partner. here, here. So what I'm saying is, okay, and oh man, I was in such a good position because I've lifted my hips up and it's come underneath me. Who's experienced that before? Yeah. Long. Long. Like I'm going to north-south. Yeah, so here, I'm flicking the wrist to get the choke. Now, I've never had any success teaching this, ever. So I'm gonna have a shot now. Advanced. Put my thumb top of the shoulder blade. Here, grab the gi pants. Turn my head, extend my arm. Start my choke. It's such a bizarre choke. It's not in front. It's a bizarre choke. No. My wrist on the carotid.
Your left forearm, and follow on the other side.
So let's combine these two together. Thumb as deep as I can. Forklift. Here. Boom. Bring my leg over. Drive my head, straighten my arm. 1, 2, 3. I might not get right over, but I've got to let go of everything. So what I'm trying to do is, I'm going to explain, is I've got my grip, and as long as my hand's that side of his neck, I'm okay. The higher up, obviously, the better it is. What I'm seeing from here is, people are going like that, you're going to get cutting arm bar. Yeah. So what I'm doing from here is this, is I'm turning my body long from it, and I'm walking my legs towards, so my arms constant contact with their body. If he tries to cutting arm bar me, there's no space. Slide my leg around like I'm doing an arm bar, put my heel in. My heel must be on the ground. Don't kick it through, it's too easy to peel off. Flick my wrist into my partner's neck. If I'm having trouble, drag my leg back towards me and re-flick again. If right now, I'm like, man, this guy's super tough, I'm having issues. Take my leg off, my right hand comes over, go back to my T-choke. I will combo these together, right? But anytime I lift up, they're going to push you over. So it's more like, and the reason why I showed that choke, that impossible choke, is if I'm here, and I simply just start to walk around, I'll get the tension. Yeah. But because my hand's under the neck, I'll never get the choke. Put my hand on top of the neck. Now, as I tension it, now I start, even if I don't, I can walk around and start to go choke. They're probably dead by the time you get there. But,
sorry, Adam, you're not feeling the need to tilt them onto their sides? They're okay to be flat on their back?
Chris, here, I want you flat. I don't want you turning.
Oh,
if you turn to your side, you've got space to move. Because you think about it this way, is if you're here and I'm here, I can smell you. Once you turn the side, my weight's rocking, rolling over you. I want you on your back. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't want you turning. So here, smear, 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 smear. Leg, here, kick it. Yes, you can. 1, 2, 3. There's a couple of variables, loose gi, tight gi. What I find is for me is here is what I do is once I've got to get, I'll flick the gi. I'll flick, so it's pretty much going to choke you just from here, just with that by itself. So what I find, if there's space, as I'm walking, the gi's going to move and there's no tension on. See how the gi's over his chin? So what I try and do for him is I'll flick it. Slide, and the choke's pretty much on now. It's overkill stepping over his face, but I do it because I want to. Right. Yeah. Flick it, take the tension out. Shoulder, boom, step over, flick my wrist, dead. So that would be answer if the gee's slipping, how to control that. Is there any other questions regards to, look, sorry, that's the high end technique. We're going to go back down to finish off with some easy stuff so you guys can remember. So that's the high end. So if there's any questions about the high end, I'm going to put it away and we'll come back to basic stuff. Colin. Sorry? Kimura. Sean. Right, so we're here. Thumb goes in, tension to get rid of it, so I flick to get rid of it. Boom, come here as I bring my leg up. See this one, just take that out. That leg, that arm's irrelevant. I've got more power than that. It's that one that I have issues with. Yeah. Have you used that? I'm just going to keep going. And I'll probably shoulder lock you anyway because it compresses the shoulder. That one's the issue. So Kimura City. Control, flick it, take the tension out. Boom, cool. I just keep it trapped with my leg on that side. The other arm's irrelevant, it's caught, I attack the Kimura. So that would be my go-to on that one. Any other questions? Okay, once again, this is high end. Just before we have a quick drink break, with the seminar, it's 90 minutes. You'll retain roughly 30 minutes of it. So you've got to select what you want out of it. I try to run from black belts to beginner white belts. Not all the stuff is relevant to you right now. So you've got to kind of choose something that you feel gels and resonates with you. Don't try and remember all of it because you won't. It will go up onto the YouTube channel. If you guys don't have access to it, let me know and I'll give it to you. So there's stuff for you guys to go and pursue. This sets up the whole month ahead. So all this stuff we'll be covering in the month. And this is kind of like, I guess, like the Avengers trailer for the Kang Dynasty. It's all the best parts, and you're going to get all the shit during, no, you're going to get some good stuff during the month as well. But this is just to set you guys up. So your Raz is ready to go, okay, this is what we're doing, this is what we're doing, I understand what we're doing. Yeah, Raz.
Reticular activating system?
Yep, so you're, like, you buy a yellow car, all of a sudden, every second car is a yellow car. So this is, we're doing chokes from side control. Every time you go to side control, I can do a choke from here. I can do the forklift side. So you become more aware of positional dominance and submission dominance because now in your mind and it's what you're looking for. Drink break, 1, 2, 3. I kind of went a little bit, I went sidetracked a little bit on what I wanted to do, but the basics and fundamentals, Mark, onto your back, please. This is your game plan as a fundamentalist white belt to black belt. This is what you should be looking for from your side control position. The forklift side control, the worst thing about it is it nullifies his motions. I find it very hard to attack from there because he can't move. So as far as passing the guard and getting my points, I'll go there. As far as hunting submissions, it's possibly not the best one to go for submissions immediately. Okay, I'll bait my partner. Side control. Hand under, hit the arm nice and tight. I'm applying pressure from here so that his arm's fully isolated. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to allow my partner to try and push away with his left hand from here and go for the underhook. I'm baiting him. He can't underhook on me because he can't penetrate the hand deep enough. The way that I move, the way that he moves, I'll always be ahead of the game. So, the downfall about it is I'm going to go 1 and 2, so I'm scooping the arm up. If my hand's down, it's a weak mechanic, I'm scooping it up. Here, come up shoulder height, so that way I'm past his hips. He can't rescue the guard or half guard. And when I go to knee ride, it's already here. Up. Hold the arm, kick him under the armpit, step over the head, switch, basic arm bar number 1 from knee ride. And again. The deal I see is this, right? If he gets the unhook, the time is in his benefit, not mine. By the time I react to it, he's going to move me. Does that make sense? Does everyone understand? I'm too far down the hips. If I upgrade, I'm upgrading onto his hips or close to his knees. So for me, side control is I'm always going to go, I'm going to scoop the arm, so I want the arm up nice and high. I come a little bit higher. This way, his shoulders are nullified. The only thing he can move is his hips. Boom. Bridges. Up, break. Bop. Pulls the arm out, kick, rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. Pushes, boom, post, upgrade, pick it up, kick it so that he can't retract the arm, turn 25 degrees, sit, arm bar, let it go, come back up, boom. Underhook, post, knee ride, pick up the arm, boom, arm bar, let it go, rinse and repeat. Really easy drill. 1, 2, 3. When I started to combo this together, it was, I hunt the head arm choke off this, but we're not doing the head arm choke today. I purposely hunt the head arm choke off this. We're not going to do the head arm choke today, we're going to have a look at the stuff we've been doing. So it's going to grab Sean onto his back, please. Rock, paper, scissors. Sure. Head that way.
Old school. Where were you?
I love it when Sean comes up here. Hey.
But what about me?
Someone older and wiser than me. Grip, number 1. Get your grip. Thumb. This causes attachment. Second thing about it is that once I upgrade to my knee ride, I have something to pull against my partner. Like if my hand's floating, I lose that. So when I'm jumping up, I lose a bit of attachment. Secondly, so from here, right, and what I'm doing is I come under, and I'll grip, so I'll grip change a little bit. I normally, like if it's got sore shoulders, it normally forces some micro Kimura. For argument's sake, he's going to go to the underhook. Right, I upgrade from here. So for me, 1, 2, choke. Option number 1. My favourite. Option number 2 is here. It's the same again, is I'll go thumb into the back, forearm, he goes underhook escape, boom, upgrade from here. So of course I've got the collar grip, lasso, back into forklift and choke my partner. So if I don't get access to the right arm, I'm going to combo the forklift and the forearm choke together to make a high percentage choke. Because I'm knee riding him, it's very hard for him to keep his head on the ground. He'll generally hip escape, which will allow my hand to cycle to the opposite side. So slow motion. We're here, and I'm gonna be nice to Sean's shoulder, but I cycle as he's here. He swims down hook, come up, here. 1, 2, swim, and the choke's pretty much on already. It's exceedingly hard for my partner to defend this. So this is it, the combining the arm bar and the forearm choke. This will be generally when they keep this arm in nice and tight, so I haven't got the access to go to the arm bar. One more time, nice and slow. Thumbs into position. Okay. I don't allow it, but he bridges up, goes here. So he actually can't complete the underhook escape anyway, just so you know. I've got to really like it. Oh, it's very hard for him to complete it. Upgrade, backstroke. Swim my hand over from there. You can let go if you want to. I prefer that you don't. I'm being nice to Sean. Swing the legs, drop my weight down, come over the head and finish it. If I'm having trouble from here, it's generally because my partner is going to use his right hand to push away. So he pushes away, upgrade, and he's over. So the defense for the choke, he has to push away. I get access to the arm. If he doesn't defend the choke, I take the choke. If you're having trouble lassoing over the head, it's generally because you're on the stomach. I need you guys up on the shoulder height. It's much easier to lasso. If I'm on the stomach and I try to lasso, this is quite hard. If I'm on the shoulders, it's easy. So if you're having trouble doing the lasso, it's generally because you're too far down here. He will also beat me to the underhook from here. So I kind of need you guys up here as he goes underhook, boom, punch it. So I'm not worried right now. He can try and turn. Got it? Boom, lasso. Turn the legs, drop my weight down, forearm choke goes, no, I don't want to be here, push the weight, switch, knee right on the stomach, step over, arm bar. If he stops the leg coming over, let go, and here's the Kimura anyway. So you've got the whole combination together. Mm-hmm. Okay, someone your own size, 1, 2, 3.
You're cool.
I'll explain a couple of things. Like I mentioned to you, like mount and guard and things are quite fixed, and there's not a lot of variables inside each of those positions. where we go to side control. Like I mentioned, it's a transition, and it's pretty much Pandora's box. There's so much to cover. So the workshop today, even though it all kind of flowed, is a little bit, I tried to touch on something for everyone. So it wasn't as congealed together as what I normally do with my workshops. And the main reason is because there's so much to do from side control. I will be working out each of the weeks to go through. April's workshop will be a little bit later. We'll have the SGT on April 2nd, so it'll be the weekend after. We're doing guard passing. Yep, guard passing. So I'll be teaching off different guard passing that a bit. Just so you know, my favourite thing is I love guard passing. I love the problem solving and passing the guard. Side note, like for me, 16 years as a black belt today. 16 years. One of the things I want to do is give back to the community, which is why this year I've kind of gone. I want to start doing the workshops. I want to start giving back. I want to start. I've built my association, which we're about to launch next week. All the associations that come under my banner. We're going to do that, but. I really appreciate everyone that comes in and gives me the time and listens to my dad jokes and things like that as well. Without you guys, I wouldn't be able to do what I do. And I really appreciate all you guys' times for coming in and helping out. If there's any other questions, please don't hesitate to ask as well. That's what I'm here for. I'll upload this onto the YouTube channel over the next couple of days, and we'll have it up there. So make sure you go through it. If you're not on YouTube, just let me know. Is there any questions?
On transition to neon belly, do you generally wait for the underhook, or do you, if you feel like you want to go to neon belly, just push off the hip?
I'll force it. Don't do this to anyone that has sore shoulders. Have you got sore shoulders?
Sure, we'll laugh.
I'm going to make you do something that you don't want to do. This is pretty much my competition game. I'm going to make you do something you don't want to do. Or I'll make you do something that you want to do, but under my terms. Traditional side control. Right, because I don't have any contact on his elbow, he can push up, unhook, do whatever he wants to do. Right, so he has free will. You have zero will. The only way you can push me is up. Thank you. You can't move. If any of you guys don't come round to me in side control, this is pretty much what I do to you. So anytime I'm here, I'm on your shoulders so you can't move. I flare your elbow, I put pressure on your chin. You cannot turn towards me. You can't rescue your guard. I'm too far up your shoulders, too far up your body. The only thing you can push away with is your arm. As you push away, you plant yourself onto the ground. I'll upgrade. I will upgrade and you will not stop the upgrade because you can't stop the upgrade. How do you stop it? Don't let me get to that position. Once I'm in that position, it's too late. Swing the arm, take it out 9 degrees, cup it, squeeze it. Turn the shoulders, here, and I'll wait. Move. I'll cook you from there. I will, no, the down bars. I give you zero space. I upgrade to mount. Your arm's already in position. I take the upgrade. Okay, line up, 1, 2, 3.